it's Patty with Mom's Weird Art. And as we're approaching Halloween, I've been thinking about ghost stories and creepy things that go bump in the night. But no, as a kid, I grew up watching a show every day after school called Dark Shadows. It was real creepy. It was about vampires and witches, and they lived in this dark little stormy town called Collinsport, Maine. And the main character was Barnabas, and his true love was Josette. And I was always intrigued with all of the characters at Dark Shadows. So when we moved to North Carolina to start building custom homes in 2003, I decided to name all the homes after the Dark Shadows characters. So our home was gonna be Josette Collins. And you know, we bought the raw piece of land. No one had ever lived there, but we could kind of tell people had been, you know, sleeping, camping out there. There was camping equipment and cooking equipment. And so, you know, we thought nothing of it though. And then about 3 months after the house was done and we moved in, I was home alone. Kids were at school, my husband was at work, and I heard voices, and I ran upstairs looking, who's here? And no one was there. This was the first time. And then on numerous occasions, I'd hear footsteps, other voices, but the weirdest thing was I would smell cigarette smoke out of the blue. And my husband as well would smell it and hear it, as well as guests coming to the home. But I think it was the ghost of Josette. I wasn't afraid though. I think that she's a good ghost. She was watching over my house and my family. So that's my ghost story. I want to go out and find out other people's ghost stories so I can share it with you. So that's it for today. I'm going to get out there and get some good stories for you, and we can watch them together. All right, that's it. Have a good one. Bye. Woo! Awesome! Yes! Hey, excuse me. I'm sorry to interrupt your big workout. You're amazing.
Yeah.
My name is Patty. I'm with Mom's Weird Art. What is your name?
My name is John. It's nice to meet you, Patty.
You as well, John. Hey, do you believe in ghosts?
Well, not entirely sure, but I do remember one time when I was younger. It was really late at night. I thought I heard something like outside my room in a second-story building. So I go and I peek through that window in the second-story building once I wake up. I look through and I think I see something out in the distance. And for this, I kind of moved the blinds a little so I could get a good view of what it was. It looked like a person and it scared the living everything out of me. So I left the blinds slightly ajar. I peeked through it and I just ran to bed. And then I woke up and I was like, man, what a weird dream. That's so scary. That's so scary. Like, I'm glad I'm pretty sure that's just a dream, nothing weird. Hopefully nothing weird was happening. And then I walked back over to the blinds, and it's still left ajar from last night. So that's when I was like, okay, maybe it was something. Was it a ghost? I don't know. Did it scare me? Absolutely.
Oh, awesome story, yeah. You know what? I must say, I think it was something.
Yeah, I sure hope not. It sure would have been creepy just like chilling there, but you never know.
Hey, I appreciate you taking the time. Awesome story.
Yeah, of course.
All right, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you too. Thank you.
Bye. Hey, I'm Patty. What is your name?
Cheyenne.
Cheyenne? And who is the tattoo artist here?
My name is Tyler, Tattoo Tyler.
Tattoo Tyler, awesome.
Instagram is Striking Viking Tattoos.
Ooh, fantastic. Well, your work is amazing. Beautiful work. Yes. You know, Halloween is right around the corner, and I'm asking people, do you believe in ghosts?
Oh yeah,
I do, for sure.
So do I. Yay!
you've definitely seen some spooky paranormal stuff.
Have you?
I was lived a long time in DeKalb, Tennessee. It's just the sticks, Tennessee, and definitely see some crazy shit in some barns.
Oh, wow. Were you young and would it creep you out and go, ah?
Oh yeah, I was about 8 years old. Screamed. Me and all my cousins were sleeping in the barn. Woke them all up, peed ourselves, ran off.
Did you hear noises?
I thought I seen some shit, and that's all it takes when you're 8 years old in a barn and it's dark. So I just screamed and cried and ran and told my grandma, and she was like, "Oh no, they're fine. They ain't gonna mess with you." Never slept in that barn again.
She was trying to tell you they're good ghosts.
Oh yeah, they were cool. They didn't do nothing to us. But I ain't waiting to find out.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't blame you. And how about you? Do you have a ghost story?
Whenever I was younger, me and two little girlfriends of mine, I think I was the oldest at the time. I was probably 11. We were actually ghost hunting in their house. She, I forgot her name. She was the babysitter's friend. Their family was very rich. They were at the McConey house on Sunray Drive. So they had the mansion and the guest house. And we went to the guest house to go around because we saw a lot of orbs in the movie theater and stuff. So we went over next door, and when we were leaving the guest house, I was on top of the staircase and I saw a shadow of what looked to be the youngest of us standing at the bottom but in a dress. And I was like, huh, was Zoe? And I called out her name, and she was already at the other house when she replied. So it wasn't Zoe standing at the bottom of the staircase. It was a silhouette of a little girl in a dress. And I was the only one that got to see it, but I got my ghost hunting out of the way, and I never went back in that house again.
I don't blame you. Oh, jeez. Well, that's a great story. Both of you got awesome stories, awesome art. Hey, this is Patty with Mom's Weird Art. What's your name?
Heather Duffy.
Hey there, Heather. Do you believe in ghosts?
I'm not too sure. Yeah, I would love to. I love scary movies. I love anything like that, but I just haven't seen one yet.
Have you ever been to a haunted house or one of those?
No, I don't think so. No, not that I know of.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, of
and
course.
may the ghost be with you,
Yeah,
a good
hopefully.
ghost.
Fingers crossed. I'd love to see one.
All right, take care. Hey, this is Patty. What is your name?
My name is Jose.
Hey there, Jose. You are an awesome barber.
Thank you so much.
Yes, but I do have a question for you.
What's that?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Yes and no.
Okay.
One time I played a Ouija board when I was really young, and there was definitely some ghost-like activity. So I kind of believe in it from that. But as a human being, I probably don't. I just believed it when I was younger. It freaked me out. I don't know. But I definitely believe in spirits.
What was the question?
Do I believe in ghosts? The Ouija board, I was like, can I go away? And it just moved, N-O. So it was like a board like that, and then there's a little magnifying pyramid type thing on it, and it moves to the letters wherever you think. So you're like, oh, I'm trying to like leave now, you know what I'm saying? And it was just,
Was it right?
nobody was moving. It was moving by itself, so that had to be something, right? You know what I'm saying?
And it kept saying no, you couldn't go somewhere.
No, I couldn't leave the game type deal.
Oh,
So
wow.
pretty scary.
I bet. That would be. All right. Well, thanks for sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
All right. You have a good one. Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
What's your name?
I am Susan.
Hey there, Susan. I have a question for you. With Halloween approaching, I wonder, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
Yes, I
Do you
100%.
have a do you have a ghost story to share?
I do. I sure do. When my kids were real little, we lived in Largo, and we bought our own house, and it was a tiny little house. Things were happening throughout the whole time we were there. Never caught on to what it was. But then my son, my oldest son, started screaming in the middle of the night, every single night, to the point where he wouldn't sleep in his own room, wouldn't go to the bathroom by himself, wouldn't take a bath by himself. So we're trying to figure it out, and then his teachers started calling us and saying that he was doing weird things in class, falling asleep, but then he would wake up and said he smelled him. So the ghost that was in our house had a nickname for him. But as it went on, he started passing out. So then we had to take him to All Children's. They had to do a sleep study, and they said yes, there was definitely activity going on while he was sleeping. So he would wake up with marks on his body. His room would be rearranged. And so finally we talked to our neighbor, which was Snowbirds. We talked to them, and he said that the house that we lived in the bedroom that he was staying at, was where the guy had died. And so when they they described to us. First, we described it to them, and they said, yes, that is him. And he would walk around the house. He said that he literally saw his fingers come around the door frame like this, and that was the night that he ran to us and passed out. But he smelled them. He said he smelled them all the time. That he smelled horrible and dirty. Yeah. So we ended up moving.
I don't
We
blame
sold
you.
the house. But yeah, so now he's 35 and still won't talk about it. None of it.
Wow.
There's a lot more happening between that, but that's all I can remember right now.
Wow. Well, thank you for sharing your story. That was pretty creepy, but it has a happy ending.
Yes, it does. It does.
Do you even drive past the old house or nope, nothing?
Nope, we don't go nowhere near it.
I don't blame
No.
you. Hey, this is Patty. What is your name?
Michael.
Hey there, Michael. I have a question for you. Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
Awesome. Do you have a ghost story to share?
I do.
Oh, yay.
I was about 18 years old, and my father decided to take me to Waverly Hills Sanatorium for a paranormal investigation. He was in charge of the Paranormal Society of Edinburgh, and we did a full investigation that entire night in Kentucky, and it was terrifying. We were on the 5th floor. The woman who had been raped and had given birth at the time, she had thrown herself off the building after she'd given birth and didn't like men in her room. So I had passed by her room, and all of a sudden I felt cold hands on my legs just pull me to the ground. I couldn't move, I couldn't get up. The 2 people in my group were standing there looking at me like, what happened? I don't even know. I just collapsed.
Oh my gosh.
Went downstairs to the 4th floor and saw shadow people going through the halls. Yeah, I mean, it was a hell of an experience.
I bet. Oh my gosh. And anything, your dad see all this going on? Or?
He actually saw a full body apparition go past him in full nurse uniform attire for the era, and he said it scared the crap out of him. He's not a man that BS's around, so yeah.
Wow. All right, good one. Hey, excuse me. My name is Patty. I'm with Mom's Weird Art. What's your name?
Henry.
Hey
Nice
there.
to meet you.
You as well. You're a great basketball player, I can
Thank
see.
you. Thank
Yes. You know, as we're approaching Halloween, I've been thinking about ghosts and spirits.
Okay.
And I've been going into the community to talk to people if they, believe in ghosts.
I don't know if I believe in ghosts, but I do believe in spirits. I have some weird dreams sometimes with people in my life. I can see them in my dreams, so maybe that could relate a little bit to spirits, but I'm not sure about ghosts though. I don't have any spooky ghost stories.
I agree with you completely. The dreams can speak to you, most definitely. Have you ever visited a haunted house?
I haven't. My friends have wanted me to visit haunted houses, but I think they're kind of corny. So I don't visit haunted houses or, watch a lot of horror movies or anything like that.
I hear ya.
Yeah.
And if you were going to dress in costume this year, what would you choose to go as?
I think I'm choosing to go as Killmonger from Black Panther. A lot of people tell me I look like Michael B. Jordan. I don't see it, but since people tell me I look like him, I guess I could just pick one of his characters from a movie and go as him.
You would be fantastic. Oh, hey, I just want to thank everyone who participated. You all had awesome ghost stories to tell. Thank you so much. And if you did like this, please like and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you all have a happy Halloween with lots of treats and not too many tricks. All right, we'll see you next time.